Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving the grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise,
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpopular. I was jamming right there to a little In Paradise. A little Paradise, actually. It's just called Paradise by my son, Orion III. Love that song. It's got a really nice beat, and the whole song is good. I wish I could play it all, but at some point I'm going to probably break it up a little bit, and well, we can do the openings and closing in the middle and things like that. So, but anyway, like I said, welcome to the Unpopular Hour. We're going to, of course, Mondays and Wednesdays, we're going to have my boy Drew Henthorn on for HuskerDrewPicks.com, and we're going to talk about he was very good this weekend. By the way, what's up,
Yes,
Drew?
I
You there?
was.
You're there, right?
Feeling good.
Yeah,
Feeling
he was on point this weekend. I could say that. I was like, dang man, that's a winner, that's a winner. And I'm like, okay.
I tell you what, our picks that we pulled on Friday, we about hit an 80% clip.
I know that was crazy, wasn't it? I was like, wait a minute, they won. Okay. We may have something going here. You know, over the year, I don't bet, but you know, for those who do bet, yeah, I can see it. I don't gamble, but that's just everybody else they can.
Duke stole my coins again, so I just refused to bet on them.
Yeah, well, you know, how about Arkansas, Kentucky? We were on
what
that. Man, what a game!
What a great game.
You know, maybe a preview to what we're going to see in the tournament.
Well, then Arkansas hits a bank shot three, or Kentucky hits a bank shot three at the buzzer to cover the spread.
I know, right? Can you believe that? It's like, wow. Okay, there we go. You got to like that, you know. It's hard when you hit the spread and then you lose the game, but you hit the spread. So that's just about just as good. So, but anyway, we're going to talk about the Thunder. It's a huge game tonight between the Thunder and the Kings. Of course, Thunder 19-41. The Kings are 22-40. I think it's a huge game for the Thunder going towards the playoff picture at the end of the season. And we usually play them well, kind of. Well, the last time we played them, they didn't have all of their players, and we still should have won the game. But, you know, oh, well, it happens like that. But 19-41, we got SJ back. He's averaging 34 since he got back. And you can see a huge difference in the Thunder and how they play and what they perform and just the way they're going about their business. They're scoring more points. I mean, because now they're averaging damn near 30 points a quarter versus without him, the highest we'd ever get is 28. But those quarters where we're scoring 14 to 17, I don't think those are going to happen.
Right.
You know, but I saw a stat, Drew, we're 30th in assists. 30th.
That tells me we don't have any shooters.
That tells you don't have any shooters and you can't finish at the basket. That's what that tells me. You cannot finish at about 30th in assists. I'm like, wow. We need to rethink
It is a big
that.
game for them tonight. Sacramento's really kind of fallen off. I'm just looking here. They lost from January 16th to now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost about 80% of their games. I think they're looks like about 4-13.
Yeah, 4-13 since then. But, I mean, you know, that's the problem with the Thunder. We are playing at home, and I will say this, more and more people are starting to come to the house to watch games. So I think that the more people come to, you know, the Paycom, the Thunder, I mean, we're young. You gotta go support these guys. If they feel like they have support, because in a game was pivotal or in key points, I cannot say pivotal.
It's pivotal.
Jesus.
Notable.
I know. I got that in my mind, and I don't know. I don't know what his problem. I think it's because OSU lost to OU this weekend. I still have issues with that.
Oh, man.
OT.
They played hard, though, I thought.
Yeah.
They gave a good run there at the end.
It's hard to win there, man. That place, I hate that place. It's hard to win there. It really is. But
aren't they trying to get a new stadium in Norman?
They're trying to find somewhere to build, but where the hell are you going to build it? I mean, I don't know, because the girls need a new softball deal, so you really can't go north. You can only go south. And so they're really running out of space. So if you go
I think with them, I think with OU, they got to find somewhere on campus to get more students to come. It's just so far out there. I mean, it's not like you can walk from the bar to the game, like you
Yep,
can in Stillwater.
yep, and that's part of it. But
Right.
the whole thing is, if you do it north, you're going to tear down some houses to
Right.
get there. You know what I mean? And let's face it, when they built it, the original stadium is on the original field house is right north of the stadium of
Right.
Gaylord Center, or whatever the hell it's called. But they built that strictly for concerts, as you and I talked about a long time ago. It's built for concerts. It was not built for basketball. It just wasn't.
There's a lot of bad seats in that place.
So it's terrible. It's not very loud. It's just that's why when Kelvin, went to try to make it deeper so they could bring the crowd closer, they were at the water table, and I was like, bro, they built that strictly for concerts. Nobody gave a crap about OU basketball in the '70s when they built that,
Right.
late '60s. So there's a huge difference. But Big Monday tonight, man. Iowa State, Tech, Baylor, and Texas. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, Baylor Texas game is gonna be good. You got Texas Tech, Kansas State too.
Yep.
And North Carolina, Syracuse, and then out west you got a big game in Wyoming and San Diego State. At San Diego State, Wyoming game would be good.
Yeah, how about St. Mary's beating Gonzaga?
What a game! I look like a fun place to go watch a basketball game.
Yeah. Well, St. Mary's,
Putnam City West High School gym.
Yeah, I think Putnam City West is bigger.
Yeah,
that's terrible. I shouldn't say that, but St. Mary's always gives Gonzaga a hard time there. But I mean, how about Tennessee and Auburn? We call that game. Yeah. Bruce Pearl going home.
Boy, we did.
Yep.
I'm just looking back here at our list. I mean, really the only one. Let's see. We
lost
Tech.
I picked
OU, and you had OSU, and I had OU.
Yep.
We both had Tech.
Yep. We lost that one.
Yeah.
We had Kentucky. Did we have Kentucky in the points at Arkansas? Or did we pick that straight out?
We had Arkansas.
We had Arkansas.
And
okay.
We had Arkansas and the over in that game. Both those hit. Both of us had Tennessee.
Yep.
Both of us had Michigan State over Purdue.
Yep.
That was a winner. Both of us had North Carolina over North Carolina State. That was a winner. Yeah. You had Baylor and I had KU. I lost that game.
Yep.
I really thought KU pull that one out.
Yeah, it was hard. It's hard.
Pretty
to
good
win
weekend.
There. It was a good weekend, but I can't wait to get into our picks for who we got this tonight and Wednesday. OSU at Iowa State Wednesday night, so that's going to be a good one to figure that out. But now back to the NBA, dude. Harden looks really good, doesn't he? God, they looked good yesterday.
Hey, that's another winner. That's another winner right there for us. The over 38 points, rebounds, and assists. That wasn't even close.
No, he was unbelievable, dude. God dang. I mean, I'm watching him. I'm like, that between the legs bounce pass to Embiid on the follow. And I noticed, when's the last time you seen Embiid running the floor like that, too? He looked energized.
Did you watch it yesterday against the Knicks? You watch any of that?
Yes. Oh.
Well, I tell you what, he scored 16 in a row, something like that. Second quarter.
If he's not the MVP, I don't know who is, man.
Yeah,
I really don't.
They're tough, man. I didn't think it would go that smoothly, but I think that Philadelphia might have just are playing themselves as the team to beat in the East.
Well, the issue is going to be, Drew, if you think about it, the hard thing is going to be who's going to stop. They don't have Andre Drummond to deal with the big fella, so who's going to deal with Giannis? Yeah. Well, then that's true, but then Giannis has to turn around and guard Embiid, right?
Yeah, those are going to be some high-scoring games.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be flying up and down the court. But, I just I looked at that, I was like, wow, because James looks happy, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. He does.
I mean, he didn't look that good. He didn't look that good when he was at New Jersey. He didn't look that loose and comfortable and just ready. He didn't look like that.
This is a big stop for him. It's a big year. I mean, he was 3 different teams in 14 months.
Yep.
Is that right?
Well, you don't really count Houston. He wanted out, so it's really 2. I mean, really. He went to the Nets last year and here, so it's really 2. Houston, he was over that. They needed to get rid of that, and when his boy Morey left, he was done, I think.
Uh-huh.
I really believe when Daryl Morey left, he didn't really want anything to do with them. So I think he was done at that point, if you ask me. But I really like them. And then interested to see when Ben Simmons is going to come and see what the Nets are going to look like. Kyrie's running his mouth, but who knows? You didn't even get picked in the top 75. So,
right.
And you should have been if you had stayed healthy and you weren't such a weirdo. you probably would have been. But you're such a weirdo. The Earth is flat, dude. You're so high, it's just ridiculous.
But
how about
when does Simmons come back?
They don't know yet. He's still in mental wherever, and no one can know, his mental state but him. But I think his mental health has to be better getting out of Philly. Surely he has to be better simply by getting out of there. I would think that would help.
Yeah, you would think so.
And then one thing I also, Drew, how about the Lakers, man? God, dude, are they quitting?
They are dumpster fire.
Are they quitting?
They look like they quit last night. I tell you what, they stole all my coins last night. I really thought they'd bounce back after that game Friday night was a great game against Clippers.
Yep.
And then, boy, they just showed up and laid an egg. LeBron's yelling at fans.
Westbrook's telling them to go home.
Yeah.
Dude, this ain't OKC.
That's not going to end well, I don't think.
No, this ain't LA's not OKC, bro. You can't yell at the fans and get away with it.
No.
This is not Washington where you can yell at the fans or Houston. This is LA. That's the Lakers, bro. You can't yell at the fans.
They may try to move LeBron in the summer. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Well, he's got to sign his 2-year extension, remember? He has not done that yet. But what Jenny Buss saying, what she said, you know what? I'm the owner. This is my team. This is your mess. You clean it up. This is what you wanted. This is not what we wanted. This is the team you wanted. So don't get us to bail you out.
I'll take Josh and Kid Gilchrist, and you can have LeBron. We'll do that.
No. I'm not giving up Shea and Giddy for him. Ain't no way. That's not happening.
Come on.
Now I'll give you Dort. I'll tell you what. I'll give you Dort, Baisley, and Poku, and Maladon, and I'll give you a 2067 draft pick.
For Westbrook?
No, I don't want him. We're talking about for LeBron. We're talking about LeBron. Westbrook, I ain't gonna give you nothing. You keep
That's
him.
package deal.
Yeah, we gave no. We're not getting no. Hey, we had Westbrook. You know what? This is funny because now that he's in LA and people are watching him on a consistent basis, people are realizing what kind of player he's always been that. He's a volume player, not an efficiency player. He's got to shoot a lot to get a lot. He's got to do a lot to get a lot. And then you overlook his assists or his turnovers, which, dude, what was he had? 1 assist and 7 turnovers? Is what that was yesterday?
Yeah, it was bad last night. They all were doing that last night. I mean, every one of them.
Yeah, LeBron was missing layups at the basket. I'm just going, wow.
And then they wonders why that. Well, I just don't understand why we don't look good. Well, I can tell you. Watch the tape.
Yeah. Well, somebody said that LeBron needs to worry about playing defense and not breaking Kareem's record.
Exactly.
Ouch.
Yeah, that stings a little bit.
But I said LeBron ain't never really played defense, so that's never really been his thing. You know what I mean? It never really has been, so I can't really go there. But God, but you know what the whole thing is? If they finish the 9th seed, they could beat somebody one game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
They could.
And then you get into the playoffs, if you got AD back, they're going to be a handful to beat them 4 times in 7 games. But I don't think people are mystified.
They may not make the playoffs.
Well, I know.
I mean, the way they're playing right now, I mean, they're not beating anybody.
I mean, look at the bottom of the West. That's us. That's Sacramento. That's they beat the Pelicans. Pelicans beat them, but I mean, really, Drew?
Yeah.
I mean, is there really anything?
I tell you what, I mean, his legacy's on the line right there. If he can't carry a team to make the top 10 in the playoffs in a bad bottom West Conference, you know what I mean?
Well, Drew. On top of that, this will be how many years he's been in LA? 4.
Yep, this is fourth.
No, this is 4th, right? The first year did not make the playoffs. Second year, won the championship. Last year, got bounced in the first round of playoffs, was it?
First round. They won the play-in game, didn't they?
They won the play-in game and got bounced the first round, and now may not make it. So in L.A., 3 out of 4 years, you won it because it was in the bubble. And if it had not been in the bubble, I don't know, and having all that time off, I don't know if if the Lakers would have won the championship.
It's got an asterisk next to it for sure.
Yeah, but
I think
I mean, only the purists are going to really say that too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, but I'm looking at them, I'm like, nobody. I mean, who do they really? I mean, I think there's no way they're not going to be at least the 9th seed, unless they just completely go screw it. But you are playing Austin Reeves significant minutes, So who the
Starting.
hell are you going to beat? Yeah, I mean, who?
He started last night.
I know, and you wonder why they got beat by 100. They're terrible. He's terrible. I mean, he's not terrible, but you know what I'm saying, Drew? He's a
He's
G
not a
League player.
starter in the NBA.
He's a G League
a
player.
10th guy off the bench.
He's a G League player. He's a two-way
Mm-hmm.
player, no doubt, but he's a G League player. You know, he's a G League player. He's not an NBA. You know, I mean, but I mean, who else they going to? I mean, what else they going to do? Your team is old as hell.
Yeah.
You know, you got to figure out what to do.
They looked old last night. Ariza looks old.
God, doesn't he? Well, that's Ariza shouldn't have left in the first place after those first championships. He should have stayed his butt with Kobe.
Yep.
But that was his only. He went for the money. Okay. Okay. Now, what about the Suns? They're not looking so formidable without Chris Paul, bro. I mean, they beat us the other night, but you know, like you and I talked about, we were in the game to 5 minutes to go, and then the goaltending, and it was over. But they don't look. They don't look dominating. And when you look at Golden State, Jesus, they blew what a double-digit lead.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I mean,
the West is wide open. I think. I mean, anybody can get hot. I think it's just gonna be somebody get hot in the playoffs and make a run. You know.
Yeah, because I'm just sitting there looking at them like, man, there's really nobody out there in the West, really.
The Jazz are dangerous in the playoffs. They'll be good. It's tough to win up there.
It's tough to win in Utah, but I hate that place. I went there, so I understand how bad it is for there. But Jazz, whatever. I hope they get beat every time they play. But anyway,
me too.
That's just me. I'm not a Utah fan, but you know, I looked at the Suns, and I'm watching them. I'm like, you guys aren't that tough. I mean, without Chris Paul, y'all are just, you know, maybe third or fourth in the West, fifth, middle of the pack, somewhere.
He's definitely the catalyst that makes that engine go for sure.
Yeah, isn't it funny that that he left, and you had Blake Griffith, and you had DeAndre, and neither one of them have done anything since he left.
Nothing. Yeah, you see DeAndre last night throw a ball into the stands?
What is he doing?
I don't know, but he's getting roasted today on the morning talk shows.
Bro, I'm like, what are you thinking, homie? Gee, but you know what? His time came and went. He had his time. He was Mr. Dunk. He was Mr. Highlight. And he reminds me of, and don't get mad at me, Jennifer Falcone, this is your boy Tyson Chandler. That's who he reminded me of. Because remember, Tyson was when he was with Chris Paul, he was a machine, just killing everybody. As soon as he got away from Chris Paul, he got average.
Yep.
It seems like every big man, once you get away from Chris Paul, you're average. I mean, DeAndre Ayton really ain't dominating like he was before too. But you got to feed your big guys. You got to feed the big guys. But when I look at
Chris Paul just breaks him down so much off the dribble and get in the lane, he can penetrate and kick, and got Booker out there shooting threes.
And he can finish.
Both guys are just dunking.
And he can finish. You know, that little mid range, and you got Johnson out there knocking down threes. You got everybody knocking down threes. It's just, I mean, but like I said, you know, even Crowder. I mean, Luke, how can you not flourish? You shooting a wide open three. You in the league. Yeah. You should be able to make a wide open three in the league more, 38% of the time. Right. I mean, it's not easy, but you still should be able to do it. And I look at the East, and even Milwaukee doesn't look that as a dominating presence, really, if you even look at them.
Which is funny because they're pretty healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're missing a bunch of guys. I mean, a lot of these teams got excuses. They're missing a bunch of players, but Milwaukee's not one of them.
Well, and then, the Bulls.
Boston's kind of surprising me lately.
Yeah, but I think Tatum will shoot you out of a game. That's what I think. I think he'll shoot you out. That's why Popovich set him down in the Olympics. Like, hey, you ain't in Boston, bro. What you doing? Come sit down, young man. Hey, we ain't just coming down jacking whatever. No, fade away threes and all. Yeah, no. We ain't doing that.
Well, if it started today, you got the Heat or the 1 seed.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Heat.
That's crazy.
I love the Heat. I mean,
the Eastern Conference playoffs are going to be fun. They're going to be some good games.
Well, the East has gone back to the way it used to be. It used to be a defensive first-minded conference. They had a bunch of teams, when Miami was in it, the Knicks were in it early. Defensively, they just beat the crap out of you and just beat you up for 7 games. By the time you got to the next series, you were beat up, and whoever you played again, you're gonna get beat up some more. And then by the time you get to the Western Conference Finals, you get to the NBA Finals, whoever's coming out of West, they have an advantage because West is soft, East is rough. It's almost like that again, because you look at them, you look at Chicago, you go Miami, Chicago, and Milwaukee. All of those teams are very physical. They play defense. They attack you downhill, but they're going to beat the hell out of you up if you come inside.
Yep.
And you look at that and you're just like, well.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the Western Conference. So if it ended today, you'd have Minnesota playing New Orleans in a play-in game, and then the Clippers and the Lakers would be playing in a play-in game.
Now, that I would like to see.
Yeah,
Can you imagine the bragging rights on that deal if the Clippers beat the Lakers? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, their new forum that he's going to do, I bet that's going to be nice for the Clippers.
Yeah, they need to get their own gym.
Yeah, they should have had it a long time ago. But to go to where the Lakers first started with the forum, really? Jeannie Buss, what were you thinking selling that place? I don't think your dad would have ever sold that arena. He'd have kept it.
Not to the Clippers.
But he didn't sell. They didn't sell it to the Clippers. They sold it to whoever else, and they sold it to the Clippers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's how it happened.
Yeah,
Lakers would have
De La Hoya was running boxing out of there for a while.
Yep. So but their owner has how many billions does he have? 28, whatever billion. So he could offer you $5 billion for the facility, and you'd have sold it. Right. So he can do whatever he wants. He doesn't care about money. At that point, when he's got more money, his kids will be able to spend, his grandkids and great-grandkids will be able to spend, so he's fine. But, I look at that, and I just don't know who the hell's going to come out of what now. I'm really going to have to look at it when it comes back around. It's almost like the March Madness this year. This year, it's wide open. It's more wide open. I still think Auburn is the favorite, but it's wide open, Drew.
Yeah, it's what they have Saturday. Top 7 teams got beat.
Yep.
Top set number 1 through 7 all got beat
on the road.
Of course, the only team in the top 10 didn't get beat was Duke.
Yeah, shocker. But Drew, they all lost on the road. So what do you expect?
Yeah, that's true.
It's tough to play at St. Mary, tough to play at TCU, tough to play at Baylor, tough to play at Arkansas, tough to play at Tennessee.
Perfect storm.
But my thing is this: had they all been at home, and that happened, then I think I'd have a different perspective and a different thought process if it happened, if they all lost at home, or the majority of them lost home games versus on the road. So now, how surprised were you that Tech got beat by TCU?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I come on here and bragged about how good I thought Tech was, and hell, they're winning most of the game. I looked up, and it was 5 minutes left. They were up 5, and then turned it back over, and they were down.
Yeah.
So,
well,
we talked about it. TCU's going to play them tough, but that was one of the more surprising ones of the day. I really thought Tech would go in there and win.
I did too. I thought they'd win too. I was very, very surprised. TCU had. But TCU, like I tell you, I'm not a fan of their gym, man. I've been in there before, and it's just, it's not that great at all.
Not much to it.
No, it's not. It looks like back in when I was playing for the USA team and we played in Brazil. Brazil. When we played there, right? we come. The gym is round. You have to come like through a porthole to get to the court. Because the still's underneath the stands. So we come out. First guy out gets hit with a grapefruit peel in the forehead. And we're like, what the fuck? And we're looking out, and we're inside of a cage, an actual cage, with guys with submachine guns. And we're like,
wow,
where are we playing? What is going on? This is not soccer, okay? Because, we toured the soccer facility there in Sao Paulo, and it has a moat. It had a moat around the field. And we're like, where's the moat? They go, because the fans will jump out of the stadium.
Wow.
To get on, because they're that crazy. And they were throwing stuff at us. So we're playing, and so I have this hood, the warm-up top back here, or over here, over my head, because they're throwing stuff at me. We're hitting me in the head. I'm like, when the hell are we going to get out of this gym? Let's hurry up. And I think we won by, I think we beat them 98 or 88-35. It was Egypt. They were terrible. They were really terrible. But anyway, after
So
the
I'm
game,
sitting here looking at the Big 12 conference standings,
are you
and
really not gonna let me finish my story?
no, go ahead.
No, man, go ahead.
No,
You clearly was
I
not
thought you were
entertaining to
done.
you.
I mean, that
Clearly it wasn't entertaining you.
88-35 was beating somebody 88-35 was a good end of
Well,
the story.
the point I was trying to make at the end is how that gym matches that looks like TCU. That was the point I was making. But anyway, go ahead. Big 12. I can't believe you just cut me off like that. Wow.
I was looking at the standings here, and we might get a little Bedlam rematch in Kansas City where it looks right now, because that'd be the
I didn't think we had a
K-State would
postseason.
play West Virginia, and OU would be the night game on would it be Wednesday?
I didn't think we had it. I didn't think we could go to postseason.
Oh yeah, we're not in it. I forget. There you go.
Yeah.
See, I knew I was mad about something.
Yeah. I was like,
So I wonder how they're going to do that. I guess this will have an extra bye.
Yeah, whoever they'll just branch them down. Whoever have the bye up top, it'll be who is that right now? KU and Baylor.
See, that's such crock. We need to be. That's just a joke that we're not playing in the Big 12 basketball tournament. That's a whole other story.
To me, NCAA, yes, I can see that. But the reason why they don't want to do that because if they happen to some way win the Big 12, they're automatically in. So they gotta ban them completely for postseason play, which is a freaking joke. It's ridiculous. So, all right, brother. Wait.
Yeah, so I guess K-State would get that extra bye, and then OU and West Virginia would play Kansas.
Round. Which would be good. All right, brother. Hey, hold on. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to discuss your picks, talk a little NFL, and then let you get back to doing what you're doing. All right, hold on. Be right back.
You got it.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. I had to take that quick little break. No, it was not a bathroom break. And no, I'm not old where I've got to go take bathroom breaks. So it's about my camera. That's what it's about. So it only stays on for 30 minutes. So we have to, cut off and switch in between. We got to get that fixed and do something different with that. But anyway, so who do you got as far as Big 12, and what do you got coming with that?
Well, so tonight, like I say, you got Big Monday. You got three good matchups in the Big 12 tonight. You got Texas Tech laying the 13. They got their K-State's coming into Lubbock tonight. I look for Texas Tech to bounce back in that game in a big way. They need to throttle them to stay as a 2 seed. Possibly they might have dropped to a 3 seed after the weekend. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Hey, I just got a text from Randy, your uncle Randy Wright. Says it looks like Kansas with a 2-year NCAA ban.
Wow. When did that just come out?
Yeah, he said that's what it's looking like. It's a rumor in Kansas.
Boy,
that the NCAA is going to hit him with that.
Bill Self might be the new coach for the Lakers.
I mean, what's he going to do? 2 years off?
He's not going to do that.
No, he's not going to do that. I mean, Kansas basketball will go in the toilet. But, what's he going to do? He can't sell that house. That house ain't going nowhere that he's got there. So he'll be stuck with that bad boy. But, yeah, what do you think about that 2-year ban?
Wow. I that surprises me. KU never gets in trouble.
No, they really don't. Neither does North Carolina.
Nope.
Neither does Duke. Not at all. I mean, because North Carolina, I know that's your squad. But come on, bro. You got no time for what y'all did with that? I mean, no time?
Man, they're just tutors, man. Come on.
Really? No time, Drew? Nothing happened? Seriously? Wow.
Yep.
Hey. I mean, wow. That's like Duke. Same thing happens with that. But, if they
I'll be interested to see what happens with Duke when Krzyzewski leaves. If they still get away with murder or not. We'll see.
No, they won't. No, because how are they going to get the same recruits that they always got that he was there?
Yeah. The Shire's not going to be coaching the Olympic team.
No. And on top of that, the way I tell people, kids go to school because of the coach. They don't go to school because of school. They don't give about a school.
Nope.
So I think
the majority of Duke's players only there for a year anyway.
Yep. Yeah, remember how he first talked about when Coach Cal was doing it? Oh, that's a travesty.
Oh, yeah.
How could you do that? And blah, blah, blah. Now look at you. One and done, one and done, one and done, one and done, one and done. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you hypocrite, But still, one of the greatest coaches ever in college basketball,
Oh
without
yeah.
question. Still. But you got to learn to adapt, and that's part of Greg Popovich's. He's going to be able to adapt to the new role. He can't do what he used to do. Bill Belichick, same thing. They can't coach the way they used to coach. This
Right.
my way or the highway, and blah blah blah. Well, these kids, these young people today, they come from a whole different cloth. But back to stay on point, Kansas State Tech. I like Tech to bounce back. Is what I
I do
like.
too.
I like them
K
to bounce
State.
back.
K
And
State's done. I think they've thrown in the towel on the year.
yeah, and
And
they're
then
home, Drew. And they're
mhm.
home at Tech. And
and that's
those
late.
kids are gonna be going crazy.
That's your night game, big Monday, and then you got Baylor at
At
Texas.
Texas. That's the 6 o'clock
Baylor
game,
minus.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's 6. No, that's 8 o'clock. You got 2 8 o'clock games in the Big 12.
At the same
8,
time?
8. Yeah, I guess they'll probably put Tech and K State probably on the FS1. I bet.
Yeah, one is on FS1, one's on ESPN or ESPN2.
I'll tell you real quick what it is. Hold on
I
a
would
second.
think that you put Baylor and Texas.
No, Texas on ESPN2, and Baylor, and Texas on regular ESPN, the mothership.
Wow. Okay, now I would rather see Baylor and Texas than Kansas State and Tech. There's no question about that. So I have zero argument with that.
You got Baylor minus 1.5 at Texas, coming off a win against KU. That yells trap game.
I'm gonna take Texas on that, bro.
I would too. I think that's where I'm leaning. And the under.
You're doing the under too? What is
under
it?
135.
So what is that? 67
Combined, they'd
each.
have to score
67 and a half,
68 points apiece.
At Texas?
At Texas.
Man, I think they can get that done. I like the drum. I'll take the over on that deal.
You like the over? All right,
we'll
see. Over. We'll write that down.
You got Texas under. You and your under. You Mr. Under. You under. Thunder.
Hey, we're gonna get to my Thunder under tonight. Yeah. That's a lot. 227 points.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, so the K-State Tech, what is that now?
So K-State Tech is Texas Tech minus a 13 and the over under 133. But I won't mess with that over under. I'd probably take the under, but just because I don't know how many points Kansas State's going to score. They may not crack 55.
Yeah, 13.
I like Texas.
I like Texas. I'm still gonna take Tech. Okay, what's our other one?
And then you got UNC minus 8 points tonight. First game of Big Monday against Syracuse.
Ooh, hey, Duke? How bad did they beat Syracuse?
By like 25.
Oh wow,
they thumped them pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I thought it'd be closer than that.
So Syracuse having travel cross country board down the coast there.
I'm going to take
play
UNC
in less than 36 hours.
I'm going to take UNC on that one. I'll take North
Carolina.
Yeah,
I like that too. Yeah. Senior night too in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. That 20-whatever thousand in Dean Dome, but they're going to be going nuts.
They got to have that win too to make the tournament.
Yeah.
I think they're on the bubble right now. If they lose to Syracuse, they're in trouble.
Yeah, well, when you pick up a guy from OU who can barely play, and that's one of your star players on your team, that tells you something about how good they are.
They lost the transfer Garcia from Marquette. He's home with family. He's got a family problem, so he's off the team. And then they lost one of their guards, so they're struggling.
They're struggling right now. Yeah, they're in trouble. All right, who we got other than that?
And then I said he got that late night West Coast.
Oh yeah,
Wyoming, the money line against. You got pick -1 against San Diego State, and San Diego State's another bubble team. I think Wyoming's probably in the tournament.
Wyoming's gonna get in the tournament. I think Wyoming's they're gonna run some havoc on some people in the tournament. But it's all gonna depend on who they're picked. I mean, where they are.
Wyoming's 16-0 at home this year. You got a little elevation up there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with them, and especially since they are the Cowboys. I'm going to go with them. I like that too. I want to go with them. They're the Cowboys. So I'm going to go with Wyoming on that deal, Drew. I'll take the Cowboys.
Then I got a couple of NBA plays. You got the T-Wolves and the Cavs playing tonight.
Whoa. What do we got? Whoa, OSU, Iowa State. Do we have that? Who are we going to take on that? OSU at Iowa State. That's Wednesday.
Tomorrow, aren't they?
Well, that's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, no lines. That's 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
I know that, but who do you like? We're going to pick one because I won't talk to you until Friday.
I'll take Iowa State. And
at home, that piece of crap place. I agree, too.
Yeah, it's tough to win in Ames,
I
man.
I wouldn't know, Drew. I never won, so.
But what does KU do coming off if they're getting a 2-year ban at TCU tomorrow night?
If it hasn't hit yet, even that's just a big rumor. If it hasn't hit yet, they may be okay. If it hit, and they got a 2-year ban. But remember, that's next year.
Right.
That does, so they really don't have anything to worry about now. So they should be able to get away with that. I would think.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They should be able to get away with that. They should be fine. Man,
I'm gonna go.
You know what? I'm gonna go with my boy Bill Self on that though, Drew. That's my homie.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with my boy on that. I'm gonna go with KU getting the win at that piece of crap place with the cage, and I got hit with coins. So anyway.
Yep. Yeah.
And then a little
very
bastard.
rarely they don't lose 2 in a row very often either.
Yeah, then the little bastard had the nerves to ask for my sweatbands after the game. So, little fool, you hit me upside the head with these coins. You want my sweatbands? Take this sweatband up your. Anyway, I gave them to him. Of course, that's what you do. Okay, so what else we got in the NBA now? Or that's all? Are we done with the college? We're going to NBA now?
Yeah, I think we'll go to the NBA.
Okay.
There's a nice slate in the NBA tonight. You got the Bulls and the Heat are playing tonight. That's 1-2 matchup in the East. At the Heat.
At the Heat, I'll take. How many points is that? Do you have the points?
4.5.
The Heat is minus 4.5.
Yep, seems like a lot.
I won't take them. I don't think they can cover. That's a lot of points.
I think I'll be riding the Bulls plus the 4.5.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely, let's take the Bulls on that. That's a lot of damn points.
The Bulls coming off a loss against the Grizz.
God, Ja Morant is they're playing really well right now, aren't they? Man. Okay, who else you got?
And then you got the T-Wolves and the Cavs. That'll be a good game. You got the Cavs. I like the over in that game, over the 218 points. T-Wolves score at will, and the Cavs defense is a little less than be desired.
And they're playing at home too, right?
Yeah, it's at Cleveland.
Well, they'll score a bunch of points, so let's do that. I'll go with you on that one. I'll do that 100% too, because they'll score a lot of points. There's gonna be a lot of points scored in that game. I agree.
And then I'm gonna roll with your Thunder tonight, plus the 5.5 points at home against the Kings,
and take the under.
And the under 227.
You shocked me, Drew.
Thunder without the under.
You shocked me with that, Drew. That's why don't you give us go out on a limb for once? I mean,
So we're rolling Texas Tech, Carolina, Texas, Wyoming. The Thunder and the under,
right?
The Bulls and the Cavs over. That's a pretty good slate.
I agree 100 with that, bro. That's a good deal. And you said Wyoming, right? We're taking Wyoming?
Yep.
Okay.
We like Wyoming.
We like Wyoming. I agree. The Cowboys, man. Cowboys and Cowboys. All right, Drew. Yep. All right, Drew, brother. Good show.
Yep. Appreciate you.
Have a good one. Tell the wife hello.
I'm getting my most unbreakable records ready.
I thought you were supposed to have that for me today.
Well, we didn't get to it today. We'll leave something for Friday.
That means you don't have it. That's what
I got it right here.
No, Randy just texted me and said you didn't have it. That's what he just said. That's what he just said. He's telling me your uncle calling you out, man.
I can have what?
No. Do you want it now? Or you want to wait till Friday? We can wait till Friday, bro. I'm easy with that. I already got mine.
Yeah, we'll wait till Friday.
Okay. All right. That's what we do every time. You're supposed to come up with a list.
I gotta find me an Everson Walls record that can't be broken.
Oh my God! Well, interceptions. Interceptions. That didn't get broke. Hey, it hasn't been broken yet.
No,
he almost broke it, but he didn't break it. So there you go. You gonna use that as an unbreakable record?
I might.
No, you're not. You're not. Don't do that, man.
Hey, man, enjoy it as always. HuskerDrewPicks.com.
HuskerDrewPicks.com. My boy, Drew Henthorn. Tell the family hello. Give the baby some kisses for me.
Will do.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you.
Much love. Appreciate you. That was our guy, Drew Henthorn. And he's going to be with me every Monday and Friday giving his picks. And he's been on fire lately. So I would highly recommend going to his website, HuskerDrewPicks.com, and looking at his board. So he's been on fire. Like he said, you can't spell thunder without the under, and he loves the thunder and the under. So, and I love the Thunder game tonight, so I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the Kings. I am taking the Thunder, and I am taking the under. So I'm doing that. So I'm agreeing with them on that. But hey, thank you everybody for watching the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Everybody be safe out there, and I will see you Wednesday. Peace out.
And in that moment, I rediscovered you, next to gods, or the flow of the universe, your poetry, the world.